Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your man Super-Saiyan-Jay, man. I'm back. I know I've been gone for a minute. I was on a little vacation. Had to take a little hiatus, enjoy myself. But, today's video is called Why I Will Never Get Married. All right, y'all, have a couple key reasons why I'll never get married. And this is a personal choice. I would advise, most men in this country, in the United States of America, to reconsider going into a marriage contract with not only a woman, but you going into the contract with the state. That's what most people don't understand. So the very first reason why I'm not going to get married is because I'm not going to involve my relationship with the woman with the state. That's what marriage is. It's a bond between a man, woman, and the state. So it can actually come back to bite you if you don't write up your own contract. You can get in a lot of trouble down the road. I know the first thing a lot of my homies say when I bring this topic up is they're like, well, what about a prenup? A prenuptial agreement. And that's cool. That's a valid point. But what people don't realize about most prenuptial agreements is that they get thrown out of court all the time. It don't matter if you have a prenup. When it comes to the judge, it's a case-by-case basis. Even if you're not making the most money, in most cases, you're going to end up getting the short end of the stick if y'all get divorced. The main reason I don't want to get in that contract with a woman in the state is because if we do get divorced, more than likely, I'm going to end up having to pay alimony, for the rest of her life. If I have a house, then I could possibly end up paying, for this house. And even if it's paid off, she can end up getting the house. She can move a whole new dude in right in front of your face. Have the dude around the kids. She can do all that. So for a man, it's kind of rolling the dice when you put yourself into that contract with a woman and a state, which I don't think is very beneficial at all. So that's a reason why I'm not gonna get married. I'm not gonna get caught up in that contract, into that scam. So, this is one of my valid points I'm gonna make about why I'm never getting married. All right, y'all, so another reason why I'm not gonna get married is because it's really not beneficial for the man, In most cases, we come out on the bottom of things and, lose our family. We basically have no rights to the children. We got some rights, but in most cases, the woman gets all the benefits from the marriage. And it's like when you become married, you're almost looked at as less of a man, because now it's like you tied down and she basically wants to wield control over you. But the definition of a husband, for people who are familiar with the scriptures, is Lord and Master. When women bring up getting married with me, I tell them, so you want a husband? You want me to be your husband? Oh, okay, so are you willing to let me be your Lord and Master? Are you willing to serve me? Are you willing to submit? In today's culture, a lot of women have a problem with submitting to their husbands. And shoot, let alone they don't submit to any man. A lot of women don't submit to their fathers. How they gonna submit to you when they don't submit to their father? They don't submit to the Most High. I mean, I feel like marriage is only gonna tear a man down. Another reason why I'm not gonna get married is because little people know this, but 70% of divorce rate is actually initiated by the woman. And this is a fact, you can look this up. 70%, and it's still on the rise, it could be 75% by now. But more than half the time, it's the woman filing for the divorce. I feel like it's some social pressure in getting married. They give you a couple benefits like, oh, well, you're gonna get some tax breaks. Your credit might be a little better. You might get better loans, better interest rates. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose your house, your car, your income, your pension, your woman, your children. It's just a lot of risk. Why get married in the first place? Now, I know a lot of y'all out there probably thinking like, this dude don't condone marriage. Don't get me wrong, I do condone, this whole man-woman thing. We bring forth life Contrary to what the world may say, it takes a man and a woman to make a child, which what everybody wants. Man and a woman produce life, you know. Anything else is actually death. I mean, these are facts. But modern day marriage is not biblical at all. Modern day marriage is more of a construct. It's a tool used to bind men. Women aren't really bound in marriage. Women get all reward, no risk. Only thing a woman, you know, when she gets married, she might change her last name. But nowadays, a lot of women don't want to do that. They want you to change your name. They want you to become part of their family. You know, I'm not the type of man to, you know, lose my heritage, lose my inheritance. You know, this all goes through the father. This all goes through the man, you know. So this is another reason why I'm not going to get married. I don't condone men in America to get married. It's a legal contract, and in the end, you're going to lose, you know. Another point I want to make real quick, why I will never be getting married, you know, why I don't condone it, is because, real talk, you know, half of these women aren't worthy of getting married too. Like, what are you getting? What are you getting out the marriage? Like, these days are done with when, you know, most women want to be mothers. Most women want to, you know, provide care and, you know, some support for their man. Nowadays, it's like you just want to tear a man down. All your friends want to tear men down. The women in your family all tear men down. Half of y'all never been married. It's like marriage for women used to be prideful. You know, being a homemaker was actually prominent. And a lot of women don't know this, but bearing children and raising children and giving a man images of himself, that's one of the biggest blessings in the universe. And they flipped it around, and now women look at it as a weakness. Now, I do feel like it's a weakness if you have children with a man that's not worthy, a man that's not going to take care of you. And I know a lot of women want to have careers, and having a career is good, but myself, I want to be in a position where I can have kids with a woman and actually have her stay home with the children. I don't think the children need to go to daycare. Babies need to be with their mother. You know, if every baby breastfed, half these women wouldn't be working. I mean, every time you have a baby, you got to quit your job because you got to tend to the baby. And maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I feel like this is, you know, this is part of a good life, you know, having a mother to be there for you, a mother that's not busy, that don't gotta work 2 jobs, that don't gotta struggle, don't need food stamps, don't need no assistance, but she has a good man, the man provides. You know, I feel like men, we gotta step up, we gotta do better. You know, we should chase dreams, start businesses so that we can have children be raised properly, be taken care of properly, and to be guided properly. It takes a man and a woman to raise, you know, a healthy child, a healthy human being. And yes, you know, women and men both need their mother and their father to be a solid individual. This whole marriage thing has been taken out of context, and it's actually been used against us for, you know, punishment, for, you know, persecution. And in these days, men are the least respected and the least promoted on the face of the earth. So a woman goes out and has all these kids and keeps having kids, yet she gets food stamps, she gets housing, she gets Medicaid, she gets child support, she gets utility assistance. And a lot of these women that want to be married, they can't take care of themselves. They can't take care of their children. They cannot take care of a man. They don't know how to treat a man. This is the reasons why I'm not getting married, you know, and I feel like life is going to be so much easier, you know. Luckily, I had never got legally married. I never even been engaged, because it's like someone always told me, like, man, it's really not a winning situation. How many married men do you know that have got divorced that are happy, financially stable, and whose names aren't slandered? And don't get me wrong, I know the only time you can condone divorce is, maybe through infidelity. But like I said, most people who initiate the divorce are the women. The women have all these outlets. Women are promoted, women are uplifted. Men are put down for getting someone pregnant. Even though the woman knows when she's ovulating. But womanhood has been taken to whoredom almost. It's okay to show your body. These are the main reasons I'm not getting married. It's not for me. I'm building my wealth. I'm taking care of my children. I don't need to be married to be successful. Being married is a social status. It's a pressure. And I don't know, I feel like being married sometimes, in most cases, weakens and emasculates men. And we're told, graduate high school, go to college, get married, have kids. I feel like that's not the right way to go about it. If you are gonna get married, if you are gonna take that, if you are gonna roll the dice and take that leap of faith, find a woman that is worthy to be married. And until I see a majority of women that are worthy to be married, I'm gonna stand my position. I'm not gonna get married. I don't care about the tax benefits, the tax breaks. It's just not for me. It's definitely not for men in America. There's no pride, there's no glory in being married, unless you're the type of dude that wants to be emasculated and wants to be downtrodden. But these are the reasons why I would never get married. I'm sure that I sparked some interest. I might get some backlash for this, but that's what I want, man. I want to provoke thought. I want to start up conversation. This is for man and woman. This is for the children out there that's being misguided. I'm trying to give y'all a little game. I'm trying to lace y'all up and get y'all right so y'all can avoid these traps that have been set. But your man Super-Saiyan-Jay, I'm back once again. I'll be back real soon. This is why I would never get married. Stay tuned. It's your man Super-Saiyan-Jay. I'm out.